All right, let's get right into it. Have you ever had that feeling? You're great at what you do, you're an expert, but your business pipeline is just this crazy roller coaster of feast or famine? Well, today we're going to break down a really fundamental shift in how you position yourself. We're talking about going from being the invisible expert to the in-demand advisor that everybody wants to talk to.
I mean, this quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It's not about losing business because you messed something up. Nope. It's because you just vanished. You disappeared from people's minds. And let's be real. In the world we live in today, being out of sight is without a doubt being out of mind.
Okay, so to make this super concrete, let's talk about a guy we'll call Ethan. Now, Ethan's a really talented business broker. He's at the top of his game, but he's just hit a massive wall. And his story, honestly, is the perfect example of this exact problem. So what's Ethan's reality look like? Well, picture this. He's staring at a whiteboard that not too long ago was just jam-packed with deals. And now, it's pretty much empty. His phone isn't ringing. His calendar has these huge, scary gaps. And worse, he's losing deals to competitors he didn't even know were in the running. It's that classic, super frustrating, dry pipeline.
And you want to know why? It's because his entire approach is reactive. As soon as a deal heats up, what happens? All his marketing, all his networking, it just grinds to a halt. He basically performs this vanishing act, going completely dark on his whole network at the exact moment he should be planting the seeds for the next deal.
And this all leads to that moment that just stings the most. He puts together this awesome proposal, sends it off to what he thinks is a warm lead, feels pretty good about it, and then crickets. Total silence. He's been ghosted. And here's the thing he realizes. He was trying to win the game at the proposal stage, but his competitor, they'd already won the trust game months ago. The decision was made before his email was even opened.
So you see, Ethan's empty pipeline, it's not the real problem. It's just a symptom. It points to something much, much deeper. This isn't just a string of bad luck. It's a fundamental flaw in how he's positioned himself in the entire market.
And this is the big aha moment, not just for Ethan, but for so many of us, right? He realizes he can't just work harder to fix this. It's got nothing to do with being better at the technical side of his job. It's all about changing how people see him, long before they even think about needing his help.
So why do we pull this vanishing act? Well, it pretty much boils down to three key things. First, there's no consistent system. Our outreach is all over the place. It's bursts of activity followed by silence. Second, we're in a constant battle for mind share. And when we go quiet, you can bet our competitors are still out there making noise. And third, there's this thing called silent attrition, which is just a fancy way of saying our best relationships slowly fade away when we don't stay in touch.
Okay, so we've spent some time digging into the problem. Now let's talk about the solution. And it's a big one. We call it the trusted advisor shift. It's a total change in your mindset, really. It's about shifting from constantly chasing deals to attracting opportunities to you. And this comparison really lays it all out. On one side, you have the transactional broker. They're always reacting, right? Chasing deals, getting into price wars. But on the other side, you've got the trusted advisor. They're proactive. They don't chase, they attract. How? By educating the market and winning that all-important relationship way before a proposal is even a thought.
So what does it really mean to be a trusted advisor? It's actually pretty simple. You become the go-to person, the indispensable resource. You're the one people turn to for insights, for education, not just when they need to buy or sell something. So by the time they are ready for a transaction, you're not just an option, you're the only logical choice.
All right, I know what you're thinking. That sounds great, but how do I actually do it? Well, the good news is this isn't about hope or luck. It's about a system. Let's break down the practical steps for building what we call your trust engines. This whole system is built on three core engines that all work together. First, you've got to build visibility, so people actually remember you exist. Then, that visibility helps you build referrals, turning your network into a machine that sends people your way. And the fuel for all of it? That's building your authority, which is what proves you're the expert they need. So let's look at that first one, the visibility engine. And look, this is not about trying to be everywhere all at once. That's a recipe for burnout. It's about finding a sustainable rhythm. Think about it. One high-value social post a week, a helpful newsletter once a month, and maybe a bigger event, like a webinar, once a quarter. It's simple, it's repeatable, and most importantly, it's consistent. That's what keeps you top of mind.
Okay, engine number 2, the referral engine. This is all about being super intentional with 3 specific groups of people.
You've got your strategic partners, think CPAs, attorneys, people who already work with your ideal clients. Then you have your amplifiers. These are the industry influencers and connectors. And finally, and this might be the most important one, your past clients. They are your absolute best, most credible advocates.
And last but not least, we have the Authority Engine. I love this one because it's like having a salesperson working for you 24/7. And the strategy couldn't be simpler. Just teach what you know. Seriously, break down your expertise into small, easy-to-digest pieces, share it on different platforms, and just stay consistent. You do that long enough, and you go from being a voice in your industry to being the voice.
So what happens when you get all three of these engines running smoothly, all in sync? Well, you create something really powerful. You create what's called a growth flywheel.
What's a growth flywheel? Think of it like a heavy wheel that's hard to get moving at first, but once it's spinning, it builds its own momentum. It's a system where every single thing you do, every post, every newsletter, every client call feeds the next step. It creates this self-perpetuating loop of opportunities. You get to stop feeling like you're starting from scratch every single morning.
Let me walk you through how it actually spins. Your content, your authority pieces, they attract new people. Then your events or webinars help you nurture those relationships. You deliver amazing service, which creates happy clients. Those happy clients, well, they become your best source of referrals. And guess what? Those referral success stories, that's your next round of content. You see how it just keeps feeding itself?
It really does become this amazing, virtuous cycle. And the best part is, once that flywheel is really spinning, it takes so much less energy to keep it going than it took to get it started. Every single action fuels the next, and your business growth transforms from being random and unpredictable to consistent and predictable. And this is what it's all for. This is the kind of email that lands in your inbox. No more, hey, can you send over a proposal so we can compare you to 5 other people? Instead, you get this. Hi, I was told you're the person to talk to about this. When can we connect? The sale is basically done before you even pick up the phone.
So, this really just leaves us with one final question to think about. I want you to take a hard look at your own business, your own way of doing things. Are you building a business that runs on the steady, reliable power of relationships? Or are you still stuck on that wild, unpredictable roller coaster of feast or famine? The choice is yours, and now you have the system to make that change.